Hi, I'm Bryce Perrin from CPAP Direct. In this video, I'm going to cover the long-awaited and just released SleepStyle CPAP machine by Fisher & Paykel. So, I've got to open this review by saying that this has to be one of the smoothest and quietest CPAP machines I've ever used in my life. And if you don't believe me, get into one of our stores and try one for yourself. For years and years, Fisher & Paykel have had the Icon machine, which has had a really small footprint, but has had its challenges and is a little bit out of date. I personally rated it as a CPAP machine. I thought it was quite good. Let me tell you, they've hit the nail on the head when it comes to their new SleepStyle device that they've just brought out. So, performance-wise, the reason why it is so smooth is because they have incorporated the pressure relief side of things, the expiratory pressure relief. When you breathe out, it backs the pressure off to make it easier to exhale against the air that's coming in. That, coupled with a brand new low inertia motor that they have released, which is also lighter, meaning the whole machine is actually half a kilo lighter than the Icon was, is a real plus. And when you breathe on the machine, it feels so natural and very smooth the way the air is delivered. This is the only CPAP machine on the planet that has both the SENSEAWAKE feature and the expiratory pressure relief together. So the SENSEAWAKE feature basically gets rid of the bloating feeling on CPAP and means that you're never conscious at high pressures. The machine senses when you go to sleep and it goes off and does its thing to hold your airways open. As soon as you start to wake up, it slams straight back to the start pressure, again, so that the idea is to keep you asleep for longer rather than being woken up by pressure swings. That's a patent that Fisher & Paykel have always had, but in the old device, they've never had the pressure relief. So with the new motor and the pressure relief added to that SENSEAWAKE feature, the combination is a real winner as far as we're concerned. As well as being half a kilo lighter than the original Icon, they've made a whole heap of other enhancements to a shell that looks very similar in size and shape to the old Icon. Fisher & Paykel really listened to the patient feedback on the things that they didn't like about the Icon, being the dial, which was very easy to knock and go into the menu, which got frustrating for many people, as well as the twist top lid for the humidifier that people found it hard to open, especially with arthritis or sore fingers, and also the inability to get to a chamber that was going to be easy to clean as well. So some of the things that Fisher & Paykel listened to from patient feedback was people hated the dial and the scroll dial and the power button because they always seem to get mixed up and get stuck in the menu, and they wanted something really easy to navigate. So they've done away with the dial and they've got one big button on the front to start. Same button to stop. We have a menu button, an accept button, and just going through the menu, the up and down buttons to navigate through the menu. There is a handle on the top now, and to get to the humidifier chamber, you just press the button, up it comes, the chamber comes out, very easy to fill up. But even better is it's very easy to clean. The chamber opens right up and you can get right inside to clean. There's a level there for how much water to put in. Much easier access than the previous model. Beautiful little device. The machine also has a new tube system, which is called Air Spiral. Now, the Air Spiral uses a different technology for humidification, very similar to some of the really high-end tubing that is used in other areas of the respiratory care division of Fisher & Paykel. And one of the upsides for me is that it doesn't make as much noise when I'm rolling over in bed and dragging it across the bed frame. And I'll show you what I mean. So this is the old Icon tubing. You can see that there's a lot of gaps between the ribs. And when you are rolling over in bed, makes a lot of noise. The new Air Spiral tubing is much thinner but also has pockets of air through it. It's double insulated and is more effective, up to 96% in reducing excess condensation inside the tube. it's also much quieter to use. On the back of the machine, again, the tube swivels either side just like the old one did. There's a spot inside the bag. The compartments are lower than the top of the bag, so you don't actually need to disconnect the tube when you put the machine inside the bag. You can put your mask and everything in there as well. And there is no distribution block on the power, just goes straight to the wall. So there's no big chunky block. Connectivity wise, the machine is Bluetooth and also has an inbuilt 3G modem as well. So to connect your phone, you go to the SleepStyle app, which is on Android and Apple as well. And every day it will give you your results in the form of usage and events per hour and your mask leak. So you can compare one day with the next basically as far as your events go. When you pull out each individual area, it'll give you a brief description of what it's talking about there. Very, very easy to use, completely automatic. From the clinical side of things, the inbuilt modem will now upload all of the data to the cloud so our clinicians can log in and see your detailed data and make adjustments if we need to. We can also see central apneas as well, which is something we couldn't see on the last model as well. So Fisher & Paykel have really stepped up the game and in my opinion, they've brought out the quietest, smoothest, nicest development to the CPAP world that we've seen so far, and they've got all of the upsides to all of the other premium devices now. I'm really, really impressed with this device, and I think you'll be as well when you try it.